Did you know the same AI keeping astronauts alive more than 200,000 miles away is about to become your new family doctor? Seriously. Let's dive into this, because the future of medicine isn't just in a hospital, it's actually being designed for missions orbiting the moon.
Okay, just think about this for a second. In April 2026, NASA's Artemis II mission is going to send humans farther into space than we've been in over 50 years. They'll be hundreds of thousands of miles from the nearest hospital. So if a medical emergency strikes, what do? There's no ambulance, there's no ER, and you can't get immediate help from Earth. This isn't just some sci-fi what-if. It's one of the biggest hurdles for the future of human space exploration.
So how in the world do you solve a problem like that? Well, first we have to really get our heads around the unique and frankly severe medical challenges that come with just living in space. It's an environment our bodies were never ever meant to handle, and the effects? They're pretty profound. Yeah, just take a look at this list. We are talking about everything from cardiovascular deconditioning, which basically just weakens the heart, all the way to the very real problem of communication blackouts. On a long trip to Mars, the time delay can be up to 20 minutes each way. You can't just call a doctor on Earth for real-time advice. You are truly, completely on your own. And this is not some small risk. We've got data from past long-duration missions showing that 46%, that's nearly half of all crew members, reported a notable medical event. That tells us something really stark. We can't send people on these massive journeys without a doctor on board. So, how do you fit an entire clinic inside a tiny spaceship?
Well, this brings us to a solution that feels like it was ripped straight out of a science fiction movie. If you can't bring a human doctor to space, you build an AI one, and it has to be incredibly smart. We're looking at a brand new paradigm of medicine, one that was born completely out of necessity. See, autonomous healthcare isn't just about someone watching your vitals from a distance. It's about a system that can think and act on its own, guiding an astronaut who is not a medical expert through really complex procedures.
And this is it. This is Harmony. It's a medical health pod, and it's being developed by a whole team, including the Canadian Space Agency, CGI, and Ontario Tech University. It's designed to be the onboard doctor, the clinic, and the medical expert for missions like Artemis and whatever comes next.
So how does it actually work? Well, it all boils down to a three-step process. First, astronauts wear these biomonitor smart garments that continuously sense their vital signs. Second, an AI platform, and they fittingly named it Artemis, analyzes that constant stream of data, looking for tiny little changes that could signal a problem. And finally, an interactive virtual concierge guides the astronaut through the entire process of diagnosis and treatment. Now, the technology that makes all this possible is just incredible. One of the key components is something called ballistocardiography, or BCG. Essentially, it's a super sensitive way to measure the tiny recoil your body makes every single time your heart pumps out blood. This allows for really detailed, totally non-invasive heart monitoring without any clunky equipment, which is absolutely perfect for the cramped quarters of a spaceship. Okay, and this is the part of the story where we pivot from deep space right into your own living room. Because technology that's built for the harshest environment you can possibly imagine, well, it often finds its most powerful uses right here on Earth.
You can actually trace a direct line here. Remote health monitoring. It really started with NASA's Gemini program back in the 60s. That tech spun off and eventually became a staple in our hospitals. Now, as the Harmony pod gets ready for 2026, experts are predicting that the very next year, 2027, is going to be the tipping point for the hospital-at-home revolution. And it's all powered by these same ideas.
And that quote really hits the nail on the head. That's the magic of a NASA spinoff, right? The very constraints that force engineers to make things for space, they have to be tiny, super efficient, and totally reliable without a human touching them, those are the exact same qualities we need to bring sophisticated medical care out of the hospital and into our homes.
So what does all this actually mean for you, for me? Let's paint a quick picture of what your average doctor's visit might look like in the very near future. And spoiler alert, you're probably not going to be going anywhere. According to the industry analyst group IDC, by 2027, a staggering 70% of the healthcare industry will be using advanced AI, including generative AI, to scale what they call care anywhere. This means the AI won't just be crunching numbers. It's going to be helping create personalized health plans and explaining insights in a way that we can all actually understand.
The data shows this thing is about to explode.
By 2027, we're projected to see the number of patients getting hospital-level care at home just double. And that huge shift is fueling a massive 55% growth in investment for the tech to make it happen. The hospital is quite literally coming to you.
Let's just compare for a second. Today, our healthcare is mostly reactive. You feel sick, you make an appointment, you go to a clinic, and they get this one little snapshot of your health. The 2027 model is proactive. Your health is monitored continuously, right from home, and an AI is giving you and your doctor insights, catching problems maybe before you even feel the symptoms.
And we are not just talking about smartwatches. We're talking about technology like the cardio monitor, which uses a design licensed right from NASA. It's a little box you can mount on your wall that tracks your heartbeat and your breathing from up to 10 feet away. No wires, no wearables, just seamless, constant monitoring.
And this isn't just some niche trend. The big industry leaders see this as the future. Jim Green, the president of Spacelabs Healthcare, a company whose roots go all the way back to those early Gemini missions, he puts it very plainly. The market is pushing this way.
So, as this amazing technology travels from the moon all the way down to our living rooms, it brings up a really fascinating question. This leap toward proactive, personalized medicine, it's monumental. But as an AI becomes our main health monitor, our whole relationship with healthcare itself is going to fundamentally change. This is not science fiction anymore. The doctor is in the pod, and it is on its way to you.